Hi and welcome to today's video. Today's video is about the IELTS General Training. Today we'll be talking about IELTS General Training Writing Task 1. As you know, in Writing Task 1, you're required to write a letter. There are several kinds of letters. Today we'll be talking about the form the request letter takes. First, you have to understand that a request letter can be either formal or semi-formal. The difference is, in a formal letter, you do not know the person you're writing to. You may not even know their names. In a semi-formal letter, you know the person that you're writing to, though they are not close friends, acquaintances, or family. A semi-formal letter can be written to a boss, a neighbor, or somebody that you know quite well but is not close to you. This is an example of a formal letter, which is also a request letter. Let's read this example together. You have just started a course in a college which has no sports facilities of its own. Write a letter to the manager of the nearest private sports club. In your letter, introduce yourself, say why you're interested in the sports club. Ask some questions about the club, for example, facilities, members, and costs. As you can see, this is a formal letter because you do not know the person you're writing to. This letter must take the following form. You start off with Dear Sir / Ma'am because you have no idea whether that person is male or female. Then, in part 2, in one sentence, state what the purpose of your letter is, what exactly you're writing about, what your request is. In part 3, which is the longest part of the entire letter, explain in more detail what your request is about. Explain the situation, explain the request, and make sure you address all the points in the prompt. Part 4 is one short sentence for a formal ending, then your name and your signature. So now, let's see how to do part 1. Part 1 can start with Dear Sir / Madam. This is for a formal letter, especially when you don't know who the person is who you're writing to, and you don't even know whether they are male or female. The second sample that you can see on your screen is for a semi-formal letter. In a semi-formal letter, you can write the title of the person, Mr., Miss, or Mrs., and then their family names. As you can see on the screen, Dear Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones could be your neighbor, your boss, or a colleague. Part 2 is one short sentence that states your purpose. You can start this sentence with the samples that you see on your screen. I'm writing to ask for, I'm writing to inquire for, I'm writing to request. Make sure that the prompt is addressed accurately when you're stating your purpose. This sentence should be short, but also should state the purpose of the letter accurately. Then, in part 3, in one large paragraph, explain your request in detail. Your explanation in more detail should first start with who you are. Then, you should go on to exactly what information or what assistance you need, why you need this assistance, when you need it, and in what form you may need it. Now that the most important part of the letter has been written, it is time to end your letter with a formal request. Your formal request is basically a hope that you will hear from the person you've written to soon, or a hope that action will be taken on your request. You can word this formal request in the following ways. I look forward to hearing from you, or I look forward to receiving a prompt reply. The very last part of the letter is basically yours faithfully for a formal request, and then your title and full name. For a formal request, use only yours faithfully, not yours sincerely or yours truly. While writing your name, write your title, Mr., Miss, or Mrs., and then your full name. If you're writing a semi-formal request, end with yours sincerely and then just your name. The title, Mr., Mrs., or Miss, is optional here. Thanks for watching this video. We hope that you have more clarity on the layout of a formal or semi-formal request letter in IELTS GT. For more insightful videos like this about IELTS GT or IELTS Academic, like, share and subscribe. To get your IELTS prep on track or to register for a free counseling session on study abroad, register at www.studyunifees.io.